All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us again. This is our second ever botcast for BattleBots. And I am your host, Triple Nil, and your other host today, as you can clearly see on your screen, there is Double Agent or.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, it's
right.
a little bendy mask, cardigan, I guess.
That's a little creepy. Bendy's a little creepy. I've already made
And
that.
this version is kind of cute. I
Well, we shall see.
feel like a lot of people forget about it.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
A lot
So
of people do. Anyway,
we are going to talk today about BattleBots Bounty Hunters. So I want to talk a little bit about before we get into it. Let's talk a little bit about what BattleBots Bounty Hunters is, and we're going to start at the very beginning of the Bounty Hunters season. So we're going to start with the Bounty Hunters match that features Bronco. So what Bounty Hunters is there's a bunch of bots that compete in a bracket based format, and the winner of those brackets goes on to becomes their bounty hunter and goes on to meet their featured bot. In this case, it is Bronco. Now, I'm gonna put actually before we get to this, I'm gonna put on my screen exactly what the brackets look like, and then I want to Alex, I want to get your take on this as
oh,
well. So
we're kind of
before,
like my eyes right there.
okay, okay. First of all, I want to say that my pick for the tournament before this even started was Rotator. I have a note here that he will win the tournament and he will beat Bronco.
Yeah,
In this case,
exactly.
and
That's what I
yeah,
thought.
go ahead. Tell me who did you pick at the beginning?
I also picked Rotator because he is like he's not that much of a legend as Bronco, but like all these other bots, not like haven't been around for that long, except for Sharko, Captain Shredder, Chomp, and Mad Catter. I mean, although Mad Catter I think was introduced in season 4, or and and the other one, and so he's not much of a legend as Rotator. And the other ones were released in season 3 along with Rotator, yet they're kind of trash. I'm just sorry. I'm being honest.
There,
They
there were
they
there, there were
really
some
fell
stinkers
off.
in this tournament, weren't there?
Wait, what?
There were some really not so good bots in this little
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah. There was a lot.
Um, Definitely some rookies. So really quick before we get into the bouts themselves, you can see who's on the screen here. This is the brackets. So you'll see that Chomp is on there, an old favorite, Captain Shredderator, of course, Sharko, which formerly was Sharkopolis. New ones,
Yeah,
Axolotl. I forget
Axolotl.
how. Is that the way they said it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I spelled it
Adam
axolotl, whatever.
Axolotl.
Oh,
Yeah.
before the L.
And we should say the winner of this tournament received $25,000.
Woo!
Also, very important to note, which I picked up from the broadcast, that Bronco said this would be their last fight with this configuration, which leads me to believe that there will be a new Bronco at some point in the future, which I think is actually really, really very cool.
If they
So
come in
before,
with a better bot,
what's that? Say again.
if they come in with a better bot, I am just watching every single bout. I'm just reviewing. I wouldn't care. Like,
I
I'm
think they
gonna
need an
like
update.
root for
They need
them
to
all.
update, right?
Yeah, I'll root for them all the way.
I agree with you. But I do think Bronco needs an update. I think just a very old style bot. The bots have evolved. Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah, and he hasn't been doing too good in season 4. He's been knocked out a lot of times.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. So anyway, this was a great chance to see him. A really cool chance to see a single elimination tournament. Let's get into the very, very first match, which was Mad Catter versus Adam 94.
Yes. Now here's my first note. So, well, one that I thought was worthy of writing down. So, Adam 94's mentor, what like before coming into BattleBots, was none other than Ray Billings, aka the team captain of Tombstone, aka a very big legend.
Yes. Agreed. Hold on. Am I sharing my screen? I am sharing my screen. I apologize. Yeah. Sorry. Go. So his mentor is Ray Billings,
Yes.
and but he's a rookie. Is he a rookie?
Yeah. Adam 94 is a rookie. Tombstone, though, Ray Billings is a legend.
I agree. He won season number 2, I believe it was.
Yeah. Although Anna, I think, lied to me. She said that Tombstone has won several giant nuts.
I think he's only won one, but
I don't know.
His reputation is so good. He's only won one. I'm pretty sure about that. Adam 94, I have never seen before. This is the first time for me seeing him. Adam 94 is a vertical spinner. Mad Catter is led by Martin Mason, who is a cuckoo man. He is cuckoo to his core. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's like a professional wrestler.
That Tombstone won several giant nuts. I'm not sure.
No, Tombstone won one giant nut in 2016.
Yeah, I think that's what Anna. Yeah, I think Anna told me that he won several, but I'm not sure. Too much. But
I'm telling you right now, Anna is wrong, and we're moving on.
You were
we
right.
Have to move on. We have to move on.
Yeah, because I didn't want her to watch this and be like, "No, I didn't." Like it didn't. Like I didn't.
Okay. With all deference to Anna, we don't know what you said. We're gonna just move on though, because it's all good. It's all good. Tombstone's a great bot. And he did coach Adam 94. And this was evident from the way Adam 94 fought. He was very aggressive. Did you agree?
And the first blow that he did was a box rush, which is something that I think Tombstone does a lot.
Yeah.
And that's that mentorship at work.
I agree. But the bout itself was rather one-sided. Mad Catter dominated.
Yeah. Everywhere. Nothing came off of Mad Catter. Nothing.
I don't think that.
Small thing from the box rush. It didn't do too much damage.
I personally, Alex, was very impressed with Mad Catter. Did you think he did a good job? I mean, I after watching this, I thought he could take the whole tournament.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the team captain does seem like a madman.
He's a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, they won.
He drinks too much energy drinks, I think.
He does, and he acts like a professional wrestler. Like he's like, "Let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna get it down." Yeah. Right? He's like a professional wrestler, which is great.
Winner or something.
Yes, but he's anyway. It was really, really cool. Really cool bout. Mad Catter won by
knockout.
Boom. All right. So Chomp versus Bale Spear was the next one. Oh, by the way, this picture that you're seeing on your screen is basically how the match went, right? Yep. It was Mad Catter.
Adam 94 got stuck upside down on the screw piece.
Yes, he did. Is that how it ended?
Mad Catter was just like, are you dead, bro? Are you? I'm just gonna.
That's right. Are you dead, bro?
Just make sure. Yeah, he was exactly like that. And then he got counted out. And then Adam 94 got counted out.
That was great. That was really, really good.
Yeah.
The next bout, look at this. So, not to give away the ending here.
This
go ahead. Tell me about Chomp and Bale Spear.
Well, Chomp, like I said, the first time I did see him, I do think it was season 3. It was probably definitely. And well, he's not too good. We thought he was a joke, or she, because the team captain is a woman.
Yes, we always love to see. Yeah.
Except now that I'm seeing him, now that I'm seeing Chomp, I think he got a bit worse, because he is now a walking bot. Remember last time we saw a walking bot, Rex?
I have this in my notes. Yes, Rex was the last walking bot that I can think of.
Yeah, and he was terrible with the walking. He's just going to the dude.
But what I learned was that if your bot doesn't have wheels, it could be up to 500 pounds.
Exactly.
So that's what this was. I mean, you look at the size of this bot. This bot is enormous. I mean, this is a
It's
huge.
not bigger than the bot Mammoth, but it's
heavier,
bigger
though.
than
It's heavier.
Balespear. It's bigger than Balespear. Like right now, I'm just taking Balespear, like the size and width of Balespear, and I'm just comparing it to Chomp's.
I'm telling you. So anyway, we had a lot of matches to get to, so I don't want to get too hung up on this one.
Yeah,
I don't like Chomp. I don't like Balespear.
Although Balespear was kind of impressive in that fight, just lit Chomp on fire.
Chomp might have lit himself on fire. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
One thing I do want to mention this. I saw at the beginning of the bout, there were some huge hits from Chomp and that pointed hammer. Like at the very beginning, they were like boom, boom, and then Chomp couldn't move, and then Chomp caught fire, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
My
notes for that one weren't too long.
Okay, got it, buddy. Got it. We can't read your notes. Yeah, we can read your notes.
Yeah, I can't really. Yeah, I think I have the thing open. Like it's
no, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. We got you.
Yeah, they weren't too big. Okay.
In between, there was a great retrospective on Bronco. They had Bronco versus Duck. They showed the entire battle, which was great. Duck went flying like 100 times, right?
Yeah, I remember Chris's reaction.
Yeah. Oh my God, Duck went like. Yeah, that was a great bout.
Yelling, "He's out! He's out!" That's just amazing.
Amazing bout.
Fought a lot of other ones, like because they said that their favorite fight was probably the Lockjaw fight that they did back in season 3.
Yeah,
again, season 3. They launched him so high up in the air that they needed a ladder, and even. Yeah, even Kenny was not okay, like up there, like mesh feet, like Chris asked Kenny, "Hey, are you okay up there?" And then Kenny just looked down. And he's like, "Exactly." I think it was like that. Like once again, I'm not so sure, but you know,
I don't remember that.
That's just how I remember it.
That was a great bout, though. That was absolutely a great bout.
Yeah. I even think Lockjaw got flipped out of the box as well.
I think he probably did.
Yeah.
I like it better now that you can't get flipped out of the box so easily. They have those things on the side. Yeah. They come right back in.
Yeah, I love when a bot gets flipped out of the box.
Well,
memorable moment.
But I kind of like it when it comes back in too. Like the bouts are longer now, right? So it's not as easy to just not flip someone out of the box.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you get longer bouts, I think. But Rotator versus Axolotl. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so starting this off. Okay, so do you have any pictures of that fight?
Indeed, I do.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
Wow. That is a picture.
This is pretty much how it went. Yeah. This is how it went.
Yeah. Okay, although when it started off, it was more slow. Like both bots had a slow start before hitting each other. They start off small. Like I don't know if I want to like their Rotator was like I don't know if I want to hit you, and Axolot was the same way, and then eventually they just clashed.
I think Rotator was holding back a little bit. I think they didn't want to damage themselves. I think the main hit, and this is the hit that was the main one in the entire bout, was the one where Rotator knocked out Axolotl's main weapon. Do you remember that the belt?
Yeah, I remember that big hit, and like the weapon chains were flying all over the place.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, until they flew off the bot eventually.
Yeah, I agree. I think they but the Axolotl, it should be mentioned, is a rookie, and their team is very young. They're basically high school students, right? So, not a lot. I mean, a really good bot for kids that aren't really that experienced. I think Rotator basically took them to task. But nobody expected Axolotl to win, and Rotator advanced as we expected that he would. Now, Alex, I want to get your impression on this. Next up was a retrospective on Sharkopolis, otherwise known as Sharko.
Oh, yeah, that was a roller coaster of emotion.
Absolutely.
Because Sharko, the team captain of Sharko, had to sell his bot, and he described how he felt about it and everything else. I got kind of sad, but if he won that fight, then he got to keep Sharkopolis or Sharko for a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. But if they lost that fight, he would lose Sharko forever.
Well, I think he was losing him forever either way. I think he was selling. I think he was going to sell Sharko either way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it hinged on him winning or losing, honestly. And his name is Edward Robinson, as I have here in my notes. He was hit hard by the pandemic. One thing that was really poignant to me was that the BattleBots community helped him out. They started a GoFundMe page so that he wouldn't be homeless. They bought him an RV, and just really, really great teamwork there to pick up a fellow BattleBotter. And but he had to sell Sharko because he needed the money. So the new team came on, and it was Sharko. So this bout was Sharko versus Captain Shredderator.
And Captain Shredderator is in fact a full body spinner.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And Sharko, I don't even know what is his primary weapon.
It was either a flipper or a chomper.
Yeah. It could kind of do both, couldn't it?
Yes.
So I have a picture of this. There was lots of big hits. Captain Shredder dominated. It was a really, really, really tough bout. This one went the distance. This was the first one. Oh no, I'm sorry. This one wasn't. This didn't go to distance. This was a knockout. Shredderator basically dismantled Sharko. It was a knockout.
Basically, mainly on the tail.
Took his tail completely off. Right?
Exactly.
And he tried. I mean, Sharko is a great looking robot. I love the way he looks. He's so cool. He's a very, very cool looking bot. I think I've ever seen Sharkopolis win a bout. Have you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Honestly, I've never seen him win. I get that there's this sort of sentimentality towards him, but I've never seen him win a bout. So anyway, Captain Shredderator, who needed a win very badly, they made that very clear, basically took Sharko apart and won by KO.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Sad thing for Sharko. Just sliding for team captain. For that.
Yeah, but good for Shredderator, right?
Yeah, it's good for Shredderator.
Because he did really well.
Yeah.
All right. That was the end of round one. Round two started off with Captain Shredderator again versus Rotator. Now, this might have been the best bout of the entire tournament. Go ahead. Tell me your thoughts about this one.
Well, it did go to distance, but sparks were flying, but both bots were everywhere. I don't know what to say.
It was an awesome bout.
I also want to point out Rotator's armoring on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they called it the Big Booty.
I must have missed that
whisperer himself.
I must have missed that one.
You did?
Yeah. Anyway, so Big Booty. Got it. Tough bout, really tough. Lots and lots of giant hits. Shredderator ended up smoking, and his spinner died, but not after he really held his own. And I got to tell you, Alex, Rotator is one of the toughest bouts. Rotator didn't flinch. He doesn't lose any functionality. He doesn't smoke. He's a tough bot. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, he is, and he's one of the more durable bots. And he did go with that backside a little bit, just for the attacks. Are you laughing just by the word backside?
Backside? No, I
actually was.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, and then yes, Captain Shredder was smoking, and then his weapon disabled. And I think this was the first one that went to distance.
No, yes, this was the first one that went to distance. Yeah, it was the first one that went, and it was a unanimous decision. And who won? Rotator won. Yep, and you knew it because Rotator, even though Rotator took lots of hits, Rotator did not take a lot of damage.
Yeah. The team captain Victor Soto is an awesome driver. Also has a good taste in fashion. I'm just calling it out there.
It's a great jacket. He lives light
up
he
jacket.
Loves wearing the gold jacket. Yeah, he's like, well, I wouldn't wear it, but whatever. It looks good on him. All right, next bout. Next bout was Bale Spear.
Oh.
Versus Mad Catter. Now, Bale Spear, I didn't have any hopes for at all. I did not think that Bale Spear is a real contender. They got lucky against Chomp, which was not a really good bot at all, even though it's 500 pounds. Mad Catter is the real deal. Your thoughts?
Well, I don't know. Just everywhere was like Bale Spear a lot, I guess, and like Bale Spear could not get a single hit. On Mad Catter, and let's remember his words: "If I die, I want to die well." I think, yeah.
That's right. And Bale Spear's from New Jersey, like the farmlands of New Jersey. But what's Bale Spear's main weapon? Tell us all what Bale Spear's main weapon is.
I think it's a sphere, I guess, like a spear.
It's like a.
Well, I also want to mention one of my favorite Farouk announcements from Captain Shredder versus Sharko, the one that you see up here. He said, "He's red, white, and blue, and he's here to kill you."
Yeah, I did like that one. I love that one. That was really good.
It was like the "He's got a vertical saw to murder you all."
Yes, that was probably the greatest one that I can remember.
The greatest one I can remember is "He's red, white, and blue, and he's here to kill you."
That's a good one. Yes, there was a couple of good ones. Mad Catter did great. Bale Spear was never really in the fight. Oh my gosh, I'm behind on my things.
Oh,
this is. Oh
yeah, you sent me that one.
This is the one I sent you. Yeah, this was
the thumbnail. That one looks good as a thumbnail. We're using that. We're using that bad boy. We're using that.
It's gonna be a thumbnail. Okay, and then this one is our Mad Catter versus Bale Spear. Really not a competitive bout. Bale Spear was never really in the fight. There were some big hits, but there was almost.
You can see right here, he was upside down.
Yeah, he was inverted, and he was at one point he was on top of him upside down, and they drove into the corner. If you remember that. So Mad Catter really did dominate that fight, and that meant that Rotator would go against Mad Catter in the finals.
Then one of them would become the bounty hunter.
That's right. One of them would become the bounty hunter to go against.
Yeah, and then guess what? Who won?
Who won?
You. Your time. You.
Who won? Won? I'm going to say the fans won because this is an awesome bout.
The fans won?
The fans won because this was great. No, Rotator won.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, here's the thing about this bout. That first thing that occurred to me was that Mad Catter had had a little bot, a mini bot.
Yeah, and he took it out.
He was flying all over that ring. It was great. It was great.
I think he even took out his mini-bot once.
Because Rotator has that low spinner, right? So Rotator was taking out that mini bot left and right. He went flying out of the ring. Anyway, it was great.
Like the way I just showed it in the pan.
Exactly. That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
Mad Catter eventually petered out. It was a good fight. But Mad Catter just didn't have it in him. He petered out. He lost his primary weapon. And Rotator is, I'm going to say this again, so durable.
Yes, I think I said that, but I'm not sure. Now, I don't even remember stuff that I said a few
Can you remember a time when Rotator just died? Like, couldn't go on?
I think that was in season 3, but maybe. Maybe that was season 5? Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember a time. That's
He
what I'm saying.
melted Tombstone once. I remember that he melted Tombstone.
He melted Tombstone. I know he melted Tombstone. I'm just saying, I think he's more durable than people give him credit for, and his weapon never stops, and he doesn't smoke, he doesn't fire, he doesn't die, and he won by KO. Boom.
I think he made it into the tournament. I think he even made it into the tournament. Yet, like the tournament that we reviewed last time.
Oh, he was in the tournament. I'll tell you what, though. Rotator is going to win a giant nut. Take it from me.
Win a giant nut, not this time giant nut, but he will.
He will win a giant nut. I agree with you. I think he will.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rotator won. He beat Mad Catter, and that set us up for
Rotator versus Bronco.
All right.
Okay.
So, go ahead. Give me your thoughts.
The first thing I want to point out is that they both were doing the same thing with showing each other the backside, just to not get actually hit or anything like that, just to not take too much damage. And right off the bat, I just want to say that Rotator knocked off a piece that disabled Bronco's weapon, so we didn't see any big flips, which is sad, kind of. And everything else, also he even hit an impossible hit when he drove up that one wedge that you see on his backside. He hit once, and he hit an impossible hit. Yeah, Ken even referenced it as blocking a Mike Tyson uppercut.
I don't have a photo of that, but they went into that in detail where Rotator knocked the pin out.
Yeah.
And effectively rendered Bronco's main weapon useless. It really couldn't. So you would see him through the rest of the bout leading with that back edge, right? He was leading with his back edge. He was
kind of scared about sustaining too much damage. That.
And he actually did quite well, to the point where, I mean, this was also a decision, right? There was no knockout. And the decision, you're muted.
Oh, yeah. Wait, was it a decision? Was it a decision?
It was a decision, yeah. It went the distance.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was a knockout.
No, there was some damage, though.
Thanks, or whatever you think. Whatever you think. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't. No, I'm fine. I've had a long day. Okay.
I feel for you, buddy.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought Rotator won on damage and aggression.
Of course.
But this was kind of Bronco's night, right? This was kind of like a celebration of Bronco. So I didn't know how this decision was going to go.
Yeah, I would have rooted for Bronco if I could, but Captain Rotator, I was going to say Captain Rotator.
Captain Rotator.
I was thinking Captain Shredder. Oh my gosh. I've had such a long so Rotator just dominated that, all the other fights that he was in. I don't know. It was insane.
It was insane. It was a great bout. I'll tell you one thing, though, that I did notice. Rotator did fly around the box a lot. So he didn't get flipped.
Yes.
He didn't flip, but he would ride up on him and he'd go flying. And you know what I mean? Bronco has this big frame, so Bronco was pushing him around with basically become a wedge bot, right? He became a wedge bot, right?
Yeah.
And but he still kind of went flying. He just didn't go like 13 feet in the air like you normally see Bronco. But
Yeah.
but Rotator did not dominate this fight.
No.
Until I think at the end he kind of tore some of the metal off of the frame of Bronco. Yeah. But the outcome was what? Unanimous decision for Rotator. And Rotator won, I guess, the $25,000.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So really great little self-contained tournament, which I thought was awesome. I love the little tournament setup that they do. I'm thinking we're going to do another one of these. It was over 2 sessions, right? So there was 2 40-minute shows, 2 44-minute shows that encapsulated the whole tournament itself, which was great. One other quick fact: Mad Catter's mini bot is named Gassy Cat. So I would say
something new every day, don't we?
Gassy Cat went flying. I guess he.
Yeah, I even think that Mad Catter even took out his own mini bot.
He might have. Yeah, he might have. But I know that Rotator.
I also have a side note.
Yes. Side note. Yes. Go.
Say, that everyone who works on BattleBots wears the same clothes every episode, which is kind of true. I guess.
I think it's true.
Yeah.
I think it is true. All right. I think, Alex, it's time for us to say goodbye for another week.
All right.
And we will be doing another Bounty Hunters. I can't wait for the new season to start because I feel like we've got some really good bots out there. We've got some great rookies. There's great storylines out there. The bots are evolving and getting better every single year. It's so good. It's so good. I can't wait to see who wins because hear me out on this before we go. Alex, I feel like there is no single dominant bot right now because we thought that it was definitely Fight Force.
Yeah, in the beginning, until he left for some weird reason.
He left. Then we thought it was Endgame, but not Endgame.
But then he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought it was Endgame, but it's not.
You say it. I'm not. You gotta say it. Yes.
Is it Rotator?
No. Okay. Well, yes, but also, you actually not know who I'm thinking of?
Tombstone?
Tantrum.
Well, he won. I still don't think he's a dominant bot. I think he got lucky in that tournament. I still love Hydra. Yeah. And I don't know. I think it's wide open is all I'm saying. I think like this next tournament is going to be absolutely huge.
Of course.
And wide open.
Of course it is.
I love your bow tie. All right. That's all we have for this evening.
Thank you. It's part of the costume. It's part of
if you like, go ahead, put it on. If you like our bot, this is just to all of our fan. See, I said fan because anyway. If you like our podcast, our botcast, our YouTube, please give us a thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever you think. We love BattleBots. We know that you do too. So follow us every week. Thanks very much. Have a great week.
Okay, see you.